Welcome, my fellow Virgos, my psychic detectives. Welcome to your reading for May 2024. This is going to be for Virgo sun, moon, or rising. I have a Virgo sun. My boyfriend has a Virgo sun and moon. Um, uh, you may have just been intuitively guided to the reading, which I feel more and more of you are these days. And I don't know, I feel proud that you're trusting your intuition. I feel like this is what we're really learning. Um, you may be in love with the Virgo, whether platonically or romantically, and if that's the case, your spirit guides know you're here, so you'll probably receive, not probably, you will receive messages also. And I also, I've been saying this at the end of the reading, and I feel like I should say at the beginning of the reading. Certainly feel free to ask your spirit guides to give you signs, if a reading is for you, like to make it clear. Um, don't try to second guess it. Trust your intuition. But then if you do have uncertainty, talk to your spirit guides because I read through our spirit guides. So I feel like they will answer you pretty quickly in one way or another. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this reading. So we're going to use four different decks. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. It is my deck that I really love to go back and clarify with, or like I say, to take us even deeper, which I feel like is a necessity. We're going to use Mother Mary for her words of wisdom. We're not going to use her. We're going to bring Mother Mary out, but I'm going to do it at the end of the reading. Normally I do it at the beginning of the reading, but something this month is just telling me to do it at the end of the reading to bring it over the reading. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to use two tarot decks for your main spread. We're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. Put those over there for right now. And we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. And the reason why I'm using two decks is it's something I started doing last month. And I just feel like there's a conversation that is, that's had between people, whatever that relationship may be. I feel like we get to see different perspectives, and I am certainly looking for the synchronicities, which I have to tell you, I keep finding in every reading. So um, that's why I'm using two decks. So we'll start with the Psychic Tarot, and then we'll take a line underneath that with the Tarot of Dreams. But I'm going to officially, even though as soon as I hit record to me, I've officially started the reading. I just did like a 10-minute meditation for you all. And I have to tell you, I felt guided to do that meditation. It's not my forte, so to speak. So it just felt like, and I have to tell you, while I was doing the meditation, what it did is it helped calm me down. So it was working as I was putting it together. So I hope you check it out. It's less than 10 minutes. I think it's 9:35, something like that. And just keep it in your back pocket whenever you're feeling stressed out. Whatever it is, just pull it out, listen to it, calm your mind, and I'm telling you, the rest will follow. All right, Virgo. Okay. We have awareness. That's the magician. I'm going to bring the lid down. We have suffering in silence. This is the Nine of Swords. But interesting because then you have the Ace of Swords, another one. Look at that, 911. 911. Like, what is your emergency? I can't stop overthinking. That is my emergency. How can I stop this? Virgo, we're just known for that, for overthinking. And I feel like, in time, like once we realize that, I feel like we can certainly overcome that. I know I have, doesn't mean I never overthink. But I recognize that fact when I start overthinking. So anyways, And this could certainly talk about communication that maybe is like within you, like words that you want to speak, but you're afraid to speak, especially with the Ace of Swords right next to that. I feel like you should speak them. If there's anything you're holding on to, I feel like you got to find a way of letting it go, whether it's through communication or maybe it's just through like a writing of a letter. And just because I feel like you got to get it out of you. Whatever remains within the body is going to show itself through the body in some way. And this can certainly talk about sleepless nights, depression, anxiety. Um, and sometimes it can certainly be like something I'm afraid to face, but I feel like I just got to face it. I got to face it. And then that Ace of Swords says triumphant success. And awareness right before that. It's almost like I'm aware that I'm overthinking. And I'm aware that I need to get this out of me. Whether again it comes through speaking it, writing it, whatever it may be, whatever works for you. You know your situation. Um, but let's keep going. You have 911 here, which is interesting, right? But then you also have two ones, which is an 11. And that could signify like, because I think of a master number 11, I'm a master number 11, and any master numbers are here to master something. And really, all you got to do is look at the two numbers, so one and one. So I definitely want to like look at that one energy, but then add those two ones together. I feel like that's where the lessons lie. So for like a master number 11, I feel like a lot of the lessons lie in the two light path. That's what you want to research, both of them. Same with like a master number 22. You want to research the two, but you also want to research the four. Um, and then the master 22. Because I just feel like that is where your lesson's at. And so on and so forth. 33 and 44. And for me, that's really as far as I go with the master numbers. Um, Not that I have any reason, in particular. All right. We have spiritual strength. So interesting. Now you have two nines, two ones, 1919. It's like 19. What would that be? 19. I don't even know. But I just find that interesting. So your spiritual strength. Spiritual strength is when one, what am I doing? I'm looking at that nine of swords. I'm breaking it down. I'm figuring it out. I'm trusting in my guides to help me with this situation, and I hope you're asking for help because you'll receive it. But I do. I feel like you're breaking it down, you're understanding it. It's like if I was giving someone the time of day and they weren't giving me the time of day back, well, then I may be done with that situation because I feel like once I move out of this suffering and silence energy, I feel like there's no stopping you. And look at what I'm holding in my hand. Like sometimes I just should read what's in my hand before I talk. Another nine, by the way, three nines. That's got to mean something. Nines are about reflection, but it is about final reflection. Though I have to say here in this deck, this nine of cups, it says fulfillment of wishes. And that may be another reason why, like this 911, I feel like it's your spiritual team saying it's important. Like it's important that you reflect upon why you're in that energy and know that whatever has brought you to that energy, you can overcome, especially with your spiritual team's help. And then you land in the nine of cups. Wow, that's the opposite of the nine of swords. But why are you landing there? Because you have the awareness of where you're at, what you've been through, but really what you've overcome and what's made you exactly who you are today and something to be proud of. Doesn't mean my life is perfect, but our lives will never be perfect. We can't shoot for perfection because It doesn't exist on this plane. We were born imperfect. We can shoot for perfection, but good luck. Good luck. I can't get that word out of my mind. Good luck. That's from one of my favorite movies. I almost don't want to tell you and see if anybody knows what movie it's from. And I feel like those words would give it away. All right, well, let's keep going. So we got three nines. Interesting. I may take a few more cards and then quickly look up three nines with you here. The angel meaning of that. I definitely feel like the days of Listen, I feel like the days of suffering and silence are behind us, or they can be, because you are in the state of awareness, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? But listen, it didn't come overnight. I know that. It may have taken your whole lifetime to reach this state, but I feel like many of you are reaching that state of awareness, or you already have reached that state of awareness. And what does that do? It just opens up doors. It opens up energy. Why? Because I'm no longer putting restrictions on the universe. I'm going with the flow. And the flow is like, well, thank you very much. How about we now give you a wish fulfilled? All right. Well, hello, positive movement forward. We'll take it under the Nine of Swords. And then Temperance. Kind of beautiful. And she's coming under the Ace of Swords. It's like your spiritual team is talking directly to you or directly to us. I am also Virgo, so I shouldn't leave myself out. This is about divine timing. All things in their right time. And why? Well, because some things, if they come before their time, maybe we won't know how to treat it. Maybe it won't be satisfying. You know what I mean? And even if this is something that was and something that may be coming back towards you, it wouldn't be coming back in the same energy because look where you ended up in the Nine of Swords. So I feel like you're finding mental clarity, and then I feel like the rest will follow. So those who may have like helped put you in that Nine of Swords, no more, no more. Temperance also says, the things that you cannot control, hand them over to me. Let me control them for you. This is divine, and who knows better than divine? Divine has known you always and forever. And the Ace of Swords right above that. Virgo, I know many of you, including myself, use our own experiences and how we've overcome to help others in that arena. And I can definitely see that here. And, sometimes I feel like, if I didn't have a rough life, how could I really help people? Because I've been through it. Trust me. I've definitely been through it. But I've also come out the other end. Also, card of Sagittarius. If there's a Sagittarius here, I know you're like, wait a minute, that's my card. All right. Actually, I want to stop with the Psychic Tarot and I want to bring in the Tarot of Dreams now. And again, pre-shuffled. And before I even do that, real quickly, I just want to look up. My phone is charging. I just want to look up three nines. Oh my gosh, I got all kinds of messages. All right. What's the angel meaning of 999? All right, angel number 999 signifies completion and new beginnings. It urges trust in the process of life, brings closure to relationships and careers, and encourages reflection and growth. Embracing change, practicing non resistance, and remaining open hearted are key. Other angel numbers are also okay, so that's as far as that goes. Interesting. Let's see spiritually. Angel number 999 is the symbol of completion, transformation, and spiritual awakening, urging us to embrace change and positivity. Angel number 999 is a magical number in numerology. Imagine a secret code in our lives, a set of specific numbers that carry messages from a higher place. Wow. Okay. There was a reason I was meant to look that up. Okay. So let's keep all that in mind, which, you know, I already know nines reflect that. So let's move forward. We have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is mirroring the Nine of Cups. Some of you, I feel like you may be starting to do something um like I feel like this is it almost feels like it's the new year. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but it does. It just feels like the new year is just beginning. And it's like these nines getting you ready for them, right? Getting rid of that nine of swords, knowing that your spiritual team is with you forever, always, consistently sending you signs and trusting in that. Nine of cups, fulfillment of wishes. Well, you know why? Because you are in a state of awareness. And I feel like, fulfillment of wishes, it's not a one-time thing. The more aware I am, the more positive energy I send out to the universe, the more positive energy that's going to be sent back. It's just the way it is. That is the law of attraction. And some of you, I feel like you may be bringing back, it feels more of like a dream that I may have had that I put on the back burner. Maybe I put it in the back burner because I just didn't know if it would be received or not, or because my life was busy. But I feel like now, it feels like now is the right time, and I also feel like our spiritual team is saying this is about learning. This is a learning classroom. And that's exactly what we're doing. Whoa. All right. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the beautiful Chariot. Queen of Cups can be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. I'll tell you what it feels like to me. It feels like my heart just opened up. Feels like my heart just opened up. And because my heart just opened up, I feel like now there's unlimited potential waiting for me. And I feel like this is your guide speaking to you because like it feels so spiritual, like my heart just opened up. And therefore, not that I'm even doing it for any reason other than to let go of that Nine of Swords. But I feel like at the same time, it's like your spiritual team is paying attention. And then you have the Chariot. First of all, Chariot, I feel like doesn't come in until one has found balance. Having the Chariot and the Nine of Swords is like trying to drive a car with four flat tires. It's not going to go anywhere. But then I'm back into trusting my spiritual team, and in the Nine of Cups, it really is where I'm starting to enjoy my life again. It doesn't have to mean all aspects are going great, but more are going good than bad. So, anyways, um, and then you have positive movement forward. So I do feel like that Nine of Swords is going to be yesterday's news. And then the Chariot would represent unlimited potential, especially coming below positive movement forward. Hello, heart of Cancer. Oh, look at that. Let's just turn my deck over, which we are going to turn over anyway. So let's just go ahead and turn it over. We have the soulmates on the bottom of the deck. Um, but before we look at that, let's see what we have. Ooh, see what we have on the table first. We have the Three of Cups, though I'm not going to read reversals today. I do remember that they're that they showed in reverse. But I don't feel the reverse today. I just don't feel, because I feel like this is about celebration. And coming right under temperance, I feel like that's exactly what temperance is saying. Allow yourself to live in a state of awareness and then just watch the reasons you'll have to celebrate. One may be a soulmate, could be love, but it could be friendship. I mean, it's love no matter what, whether it be platonically or romantically. Oh, well, I kind of had a peek. You have the Six of Cups underneath that. All right, but we have the Hermit. So there we are. Card of Virgo. And this is really, instead of going into the Nine of Swords, this is really where we're meant to go. If we're going to reflect, let's really reflect, right? Let's have a real understanding. The Hermit is seeking awareness. And I do feel like the Hermit has gone through the dark night of the soul. I don't know who hasn't. I'm sure there's some who haven't. And some will learn from that and some won't. But I feel like you will. The wise old one, the old soul. All these nines on the table, I have a feeling we have a room full of old souls. And then, holy cow, we have the Fool. All right, so let me slide these up. I wasn't going to take this many cards, but we're going to take the Fool. Okay, all these nines. Final reflection. Let's get ready for what's new. Let's take a leap of faith. Let's trust in our spiritual team. And let's just follow and see where it leads us. We can always change courses. Just because you say one to one direction doesn't mean that you necessarily have to stay on that course. But I do feel like, taking a leap of faith is a necessity. And the Fool also puts the past in the past. And if you think of the Fool, well, there's a magician, the Fool's first mentor along the journey. And the magician teaches the Fool, you possess everything you need already within you to be successful on this journey, on this next journey, on this next path. You already possess it. It's within. So take a leap of faith. Well, hello, King of Cups now. So we do have the Queen and the King of the same suit. Now, again, it doesn't have to mean that I'm only talking to water signs. To me, I mean, the water signs would be the perfect energy to open up if it is speaking about these soulmates and if it's speaking about love, because they're like minded individuals. It feels like they would be on the same vibrational type energy. And this king is following the Fool. So, taking a leap towards this king. Well, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands, my action-oriented queen. Two of Swords, the Devil, and then the Ace of Wands. So the Devil was a card of Capricorn. But I do want you to look at this image because I feel like this image really describes this energy, temptation. And this person feels like they're trapped, like I'm trapped in this cage, right? It's the devil's influence. It's an illusion. But an illusion can feel very real until you allow yourself to have that state of awareness. And then you can find freedom. You know, the door is open. This person could easily leave that cage. But again, it's the illusion that I'm stuck. But I'm not. Here's the Ace of Wands. Inspired action. Definitely tells me your guides, our guides, are going to be speaking. And they want us to listen. It is talking about the next journey and the willingness to take a leap of faith. Again, if I think that I'm trapped in a certain situation, that is an illusion. Even if it's difficult. And I've been there. I've been there where I thought I was trapped in this illusion. And then one day I just literally freed myself. And that was that. Card of Capricorn also. All right. So, you know, we've gone from the Nine of Swords down to the Two of Swords. So I feel like a little credit is due there. But there's still, you know, this is still potentially blocking an opportunity. But listen, maybe it's because you don't know if you're ready for it yet. You know, again, that Hermit is reflecting. But this Queen of Wands, and by the way, again, you know, when I do a reading, like I'll give you the signs, but then I forget about their sign and I think about their energy. So this is my Queen of Action. This is the queen that would say yes, you know, who would take this ace and go with it. She's also in line with that Ace of Swords and Temperance. And that's why, you know, and, you know, if you think about it, like, you know, we're more than just a Virgo. We're really connected to everything and everyone. So we really have all this energy available to us. And I feel like at certain times, that's kind of what I feel like the Empress is. Certain times she knows what queen to pull out of herself, to use. So I think some old dreams are going to find a way to manifest as long as that's what you want and that's what you're willing to put your focus on. And listen, your focus can be on more than one thing. I mean, that's life, right? Your focus can be on creating something for you. Like, again, it's a fulfillment of a wish. It's not talking about, oh, a potential wish. No, it's saying a fulfillment. Well, how can I guarantee myself that? Bring yourself to the awakened state, awareness. Like, don't get lost in the Nine of Swords. Don't get stuck in that energy. You know, and listen, I know you may have a million reasons to like be in there, but it's still not the way that our spiritual being wants to live. You know, we can learn a lot, but that's what it's about. Learn and then go. In a way, that's kind of what you're doing with the positive movement forward right underneath it. All right, so we have the Two Cups on the bottom of the Tarot of Dreams. Underneath that, we have the Six of Cups. So for some of you, this soulmate energy could certainly be someone you know. But it would, with the Six of Cups, to me, that means that this is someone that I would have happy memories about. When I think about them, it brings a smile to my face. It can even bring up old, treasure type memories. But I often read it as past life energy too. And it can be all of that, especially with the soulmate, you know. Um, and it doesn't even guarantees that we're going to live every lifetime together. Because listen, my soul has other things it wants to accomplish. Love may be one of them, but there's other things, right? And I feel the same with you. All right, let's look at the bottom of the psychic tarot. Conflict and defeat. It's a five. Five asks for change. You know, maybe you've gone through something that was difficult, no doubt. But can you overcome it? Absolutely. And I'm just going to say, I don't care how difficult it is or it was, you can still overcome it. And I'm not saying that with judgment, I'm saying that with love. Victory and success underneath. Maybe someone didn't believe in you. Maybe somebody didn't believe in your dreams. Well, that's okay. Believe them in yourself. Your spiritual team believes in them. And in the long run, that's probably all that really matters. So I feel like that's explaining why we have the Nine of Swords. Again, I don't feel like it's an energy that's going to last. Maybe this reading alone is going to help some just have that awareness. And I feel like it's simply what I need is the awareness, and everything else seems to open up. All right, let's take the Gilded Tarot and let's go a little deeper here. All right, let's give them a cut. And we're going to start at the beginning, but of course, we're going to read it as a whole. Must be nice out. I can hear motorcycles. King of Pentacles. Could certainly be you. Male or female, by the way. If you just remember that we're both masculine and feminine energy. Everyone. We're both light and dark. Everyone. Maybe a bit of my masculine energy. And maybe because I'm seeing the soulmates, it may call for more of feminine type energy. We had the Hangman over the Nine of Swords. Well, in a way, it's like explaining to you what the Nine of Swords does. It kind of, it's like stops time, so to speak. It stops things from moving. It's almost like the universe is protecting you, right? Because in the Nine of Swords, if opportunity showed, the chances, like I wouldn't put a lot of my money on, whether that person would accept that or not. Seven of Swords. So, untrustworthy energy. They call this the thief in the night. But listen, this can be our own thoughts too. We don't want to leave ourselves out of it. Seven is a very spiritual number. It is coming over the Seven of Swords. It can talk certainly about people you've dealt with who, had no problem speaking untruths, you know, like all those little lies add up to, I don't trust you at all now. Why? Because all you do is lie. Yeah, but I'm not cheating. How do I know that? How do I know? How do I know what you're doing? I mean, if you lie more than you tell the truth, how can I ever believe you? And I can't live like that. I don't know a Virgo that could handle that. No way. Maybe for a time period, but not for long. And listen, some of you, maybe you're actually expressing those emotions. It's almost like I'm afraid to move forward because I don't want to move into any more energy that I cannot trust, that seems to work against me. All right, if that's the case, then you have to look at your own energy. And that's what our guides are saying here. You know, even though we've dealt with like untrustworthy energy, whether it came from love, wherever it come from our parents, or energy where just for whatever reason you can't trust. It's like I'm giving my power to them because I'm blocking my opportunities based on their untruths, on their energy, which is of a lower vibration anyway. Why? Well, a lot of times we figure that out as we go along, but I get it, right? I don't want this energy in my life anymore. That's why you got to reclaim your power. That's why you need to be in a state of awareness because I'm telling you, in a state of awareness, if someone is telling you lies, man, you're just going to know it. And you're not even going to argue it. It's just going to be like, listen, you lied. I'm done. It doesn't even have to mean I'm done with wherever this is coming from, but I'm done listening to you and your words landing in my brain and in my brain trying to figure it out. It's too much. It's too much. And your guides agree. Though it can certainly have learned something quite valuable from that. And you know what I think sometimes that lesson is? Our power, our own strength, understanding that this is our life. Like, this is the life we were given. And to give our power away to someone else who doesn't deserve that, that's just wasted energy, right? But at the same time, if that's the case, I can certainly learn from that. And once I learn that lesson, I don't feel you repeat. You know what I mean? Also, I feel like Virgo's a great judge of energy. And it doesn't mean that always, because I have to tell you, when I was younger, like, not so much. And I ended up with some not so great people. But it's when I claim my power. It's almost like it's like when I freed myself from someone and I didn't want anything else, something else came in. But it was of a very high nature. All right, let's keep going. And I love Temperance below that Seven of Swords too, because I feel like it's almost like she is trying to help you understand that, once you gain your power back, your voice back, so to speak, you know, you're being like I'm picturing Archangel Michael as your like your bodyguard. You know what I mean? Like like once I have that awareness, once I understand that I'm a spiritual being having human experiences. So that means I have met Archangel Michael. I have met divine, right? They know me and I know them. It's just that maybe at this point I don't know that yet. We have the Page of Swords Two pages back to back. Page of Swords is mirroring the King of Pentacles. Could certainly be because I feel like with the Page of Swords coming over spiritual strength, I feel like you have found that, and I love this image because it's like your spiritual team, it's like they're holding up the roof so nothing can cave in. They're protecting you, but they always have been and always will, whether you know it or not. So I feel like if this is communication coming in from, let's say, this king, then I feel like it must be energy I can trust. And if I'm worried about that, then just take my time, right? Again, the fool, a leap of faith. The magician's not saying to the fool, like, I want you to go from A to Z immediately. No, the magician is saying to the fool, enjoy each and every current moment. It is your current moments that is making up your future. So I don't know. This could certainly be some type of communication. We have the Strength card, card of Leo. The Strength card talks about our own inner demons and the ability to really come to balance with them, understand them. What are my weaknesses? Where are the cracks within my own foundation? And how can I strengthen that foundation? I feel like eight is all about freedom. Freedom from like a overthinking mind, freedom from things that like tempt us into the dark. Because I feel like once we start moving towards the light, hey, listen, of course we could be tempted backwards. And that's, I feel like, what the strength card is about, right? I need to know myself. This is really about courage and power. That's what you gain out of this deep reflection. I feel like the hermit is seeking wisdom on the hermit's next steps on this physical plane, where I feel like in the strength card, it's like I'm learning what my weaknesses are, what my strengths are, all of that. And ultimately, I come out with a sense of true courage. I mean, it's very hard once you've completed this energy for anyone to like get in your way. This person really is half woman or half man and half lion, king of the jungle. I just also want to throw out there, be careful for those who may be going through like difficult situations, that you try to keep your mind as sober as possible so that you can receive and know that this is guidance to help you out of that energy. We have the King of Swords. Okay, we're getting a lot of people, but you know what? That's probably because there's a lot of people here of different signs. So we have the King of Swords, who, and by the way, he's coming over positive movement forward. So I'm not putting my nose down to this person. And we do have the page over here, now the King. We have the page here and the King. Could be younger energy and now current energy. Same for this King. King of Pentacles or King of Swords can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have any of that in line with it. Let's talk about the King of Pentacles for a second. Because, I felt like with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, this is the perfect energy to come in if I'm interested in love, right? Because this is where, and listen, even if I'm not interested in falling in love, I still want to keep my heart open because I want to trust in divine. You never know. You never know what divine has in plan, right? And sometimes it just might blow your mind. I know that my mind's been blown a few times, truly. But I have to tell you, I feel like the times that my mind has been blown with what came in for me were the times after I freed myself from some difficult things or people, both. So I know that to be the case. All right, well, let's keep going. We'll come back and look at the couple of the people. But at this point, I really think it's talking about like just different people that are here. Look at this. My favorite love card, right over temperance. This is the energy of two people who, once they come together, truly could not imagine their life without the other. I feel this is also energy of blended families, and some may be starting new families. But this is commitment of the highest. It is called the marriage card, and it's right over temperance. Divine timing. Listen, maybe I was about to give myself to the wrong person, which would have led me to a life of hell. And somehow, some way, divine intercepted that. Because, listen, maybe I lived in hell for a little bit. But again, I feel like you found your way out. And finding your way out, no way do I feel like this is talking about the past. Not coming over temperance. Not when she's talking about divine timing. And what else does temperance say about this? Just let go of control and trust in me. If I don't know who this might be, another reason to trust in temperance, trust in divine, right? This is the highest form of love, at least at this table. Okay, interesting. You know, I would say if someone's like, but Sandy is coming out of the Seven of Swords, I would say at this point that I feel like there's no way that you would want to like recommit to someone who I do feel like has taken you through hell. I don't feel because why? Because I feel like you have reclaimed your power. And reclaiming that power means those who like to live in a lower vibration, you just go ahead and live in your lower vibration. But that's not where I live. Beautiful Empress. I felt her energy all along. Coming over the page of Pentacles, some of you, I feel like you are bringing a creative project to life. To life. Not only that, but it's mirroring again fulfillment of wishes. Some of you may have gone to school for something, and now, for whatever reason, it was on a back burner. Listen, this is the mother energy. Some of you could have been a single mother or a single father, and it just didn't seem to be the right time. And maybe now, I do feel like now is the time for whatever the reason. Now feels like the time. This is the Empress is so creative, but she's constantly receiving epiphanies, ideas from divine. Why? Because the divine knows that she'll put them to use. She'll give birth to them. And it doesn't have to be immediate. I think of a woman being pregnant, right? Like I don't want my baby born until, for the whole 9 months. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean. And, another thing the Empress has learned through her experiences is not to shut her own heart down, right? She remains loving and nurturing, and it could have taken time. The Empress isn't perfect. but it could have taken her time to get to that energy. Again, she's coming over a page. But at the same time, I feel like once I've reached that energy, that is always my energy. And the Empress really has learned how to measure others' energies. Again, fantastic, um, like reader of other people's energies, just energy in general. But she is loving and nurturing. The Empress realizes that if I keep my heart closed, then I'm really not planting any loving kind of seeds. And listen, if that's what I want, that's what I want. It's okay. But sometimes, can we not have it all? I also love the Empress above the Hermit because I know a lot of you have spiritual based businesses. And to me, that's beautiful energy. And I know, I feel like your own experiences have taught you well. And now I feel like some of you, you're helping to teach others, whether it be through your own actions, your words, whatever it may be. It's almost like I found my purpose. Your purpose is just to exist. And really to try to keep your heart open through this thing called life. To care about our fellow man, right? But not to be anybody's fool at the same time. And that is the Empress. She's powerful. She's gained the power of the king of the jungle. All right, let's keep going. Hello, Ace of Cups. Unconditional love. Some of you, I know, not for some of you, for all of you. First, I feel like I need to say that that unconditional love is your spiritual team, is divine, always and forevermore. And it was interesting because I was thinking to myself right before that ace came out, like maybe love for Virgo is meant to take like, a sidestep. Like first and foremost, it's about me and what I'm creating and what I'm bringing to the world. And really congratulating yourself, especially if you've been able to overcome this previous energy. Like, that's beautiful, and you should be proud of yourself. But I also feel like that Ace of Cups must be speaking about love in this lifetime. All right, so Nine of Swords, dang it. Then there's the Wheel, Destiny. And then we have the Five of Wands. Okay, okay. Some of you may be worried that what I'm talking about is someone coming back who literally is no good for you anyway. Like, could certainly carry some like narcissistic tendencies. I do feel like, someone in your life, whether it be now or previously, like almost like my way or the highway, like their communication skills weren't that great. And I don't know. As a Virgo, it's like, get your words in order. Like we can be tough. We can be tough, but that's just because we expect. Like, if we're going to give a certain energy, then why not? Why should I not expect that you give me that same respect back? Anyways, I was going to say some of you might be worried that, that someone is again coming back that is not good for you. Well, that's more reason why to understand the Empress and, understand her power because, that could be a potential. I'm not going to leave it off the table. But I feel like you don't worry about it. You'll know it. Listen, if somebody treated you like shit, and that's what I feel like they treated me like shit. They probably lied and lied and lied. Do I want to even consider that? I don't think so. So I don't feel like that's what divine is talking about as it relates to love. I feel like that's what is behind us, especially with the Fool, right? What is behind us? And this Four of Wands, to me, again, the most beautiful love card. It's connected to the wheel, destiny. And I feel like, then you get the Five of Wands. Well, the Five of Wands to me is a drama filled type of energy. And it's coming over not only the Hermit, but that Two of Swords. So reflecting upon that. And by the way, I also feel like, you know, this could talk about love that, listen, maybe people like in your family like don't like. I don't know why. Because I do feel like for a few of you, like where you maybe someone may say to you like, "Oh no, I don't see you with that person," but yet you totally do follow what you feel. As long as you understand the past, I feel like that's important. You know what I mean? Like, don't be tempted back to lower vibrational energy, especially if you've worked so hard to raise your own vibration. Why would you want to go backwards? Now, when I say backwards, because we do again have the Six of Cups under the soulmates here, it can certainly talk about someone of the past, but I do not feel it would be the same person. I feel like it'd be someone maybe from my childhood with these two pages, and now we're in the king or queen status, which to me would be current energy. You have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups, you have divine helping to instruct you. You have awareness. I mean, you have so many beautiful energies. You have just a few that are difficult, but I feel like with those difficult energies, they feel like they're of your past, or they can be of your past. I feel like this love, I want to say it's meant to be, but then I always get nervous when I say that because I don't want people to think like, oh my God, it was meant to be, but then I screwed it up. Not when I say meant to be, just I don't feel like you'd screw this up because I feel like you would be ready for it. And I do feel like Temperance is saying, like, this could be a surprise, right? This could be a surprise because first of all, it's divine timing. Her message is patience. And I feel like it's kind of the universe for some of you, like waiting for you to clear this energy of the past so that you can jump into the Fool's energy, who does have the Ace of Cups right above it. All right, let's keep going. Let's go down to the last line. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles over the Fool. We have the Devil again, card of Capricorn, double Capricorn, by the way. We have the Six of Wands. Victory, victory, my friend. Right under the wheel, right under the Four of Cups. Yeah, no, Four of Wands. Hello, Judgment, your spiritual team. Judgment's job, I mean, look, he's blowing the trumpet to get your attention, to call you into the present moment. What is Judgment coming over? The remaining swords. So from a 9 down to a 2. I feel like there's credit in that. But these two swords still exist. So Judgment's like, I'm gonna blow my trumpet. I'm gonna blow that blindfold right off you, right off your eyes. This is calling you to the present moment so that there can be a rebirth in your life. And listen, it can be one area of your life or it could be all areas of your life. But I feel like it would only be blessings. And what is judgment mirroring over here? The fool. So the fool's answering the call. Oh my gosh. Hello, lovers. Hello, lovers. Um, all right, so let's talk about this for a second. So the meaning of this card is a head over heart decision. It is the card of Gemini, the twins. Some of you, you could be in a twin flame relationship. um Definitely chemistry in this energy. And by the way, I love this image because you see the divine feminine like in person, right? She's current, she's in the present moment. You see the divine masculine behind her. He's like spirit form. And to me, yes, it could just mean, listen, maybe we haven't come together in this lifetime yet. Or it's almost like she feels him though, right? She feels his energy, but he's not really even present yet. Coming with judgment. It's almost like, how can we deny that? How can we deny that there may be an opportunity not only to create maybe some dreams that we have just like put on a back burner and not only create it, but really be successful. And that's what the Eight of Pentacles, by the way, would say. You know, if you put your focus on this, like on your pentacles, but listen, you can put your focus on your pentacles and love, and then just watch it grow and grow and grow. Right connected to the full. I feel like the Six of Wands mirroring that Seven of Swords. Goodbye, Seven of Swords. Goodbye. And hello, lovers. And I feel like we're seeing a lot of kings and queens because it's different people. And it's interesting because, I read for people all around the world. And I do personal readings for people all over the world. And what I have learned through my many, 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 many years of doing personal readings is that we're truly all seeking the same thing in life: peace, harmony, real love, you know, a chance to have abundance. Just give me the chance. And then I feel like from that chance, you will create it. Virgo, definitely, I feel like you have been through it. And I get it. Man, do I get it. But I feel like this is not talking about what was. It did in the beginning, and that's where it should remain. Because I feel like as we move down here, it's really showing you the potential of what can open up for you. Interesting, I put a post up right before I did your reading. Interesting, I did the meditation and then I did this post to talk about how our vibration is really attracting so much more now. And I have a feeling some of it is planetary, but I feel like we should take advantage of that. Like, let's get in the awareness state and watch what happens. Watch what comes to you. Being grateful, even for hard experiences, because now I know the power within me, and nobody can take that away from you. Not only do I feel like opportunities are tenfold, I feel the same way about love. Now, I do want to say that this Lovers is the last card. And that may be what Temperance is talking about: divine timing, opportunity to, you know, put your life in order, so to speak. Jump back on that wheel of destiny and allow what is meant to be yours to be yours. But understand that this isn't magic, right? It's also about you working hand in hand with divine. Your seeds of intention today are really your predictor of what your future is going to look like. If I plant no seeds, I have no harvest. The Empress is always planting seeds, but she also nurtures those seeds. And they just grow and grow and grow. And Virgo, if anyone I feel like should be the Empress, it's you. All right, let's take Mother Mary over the reading. Get her words of wisdom. There's a lot of cards on the table. And sometimes as a Virgo, that drives me a little nuts. But listen, whatever needs to come out, I put no restrictions on it. Like, I give divine full control. All right, Mother Mary, words of wisdom for my beautiful Virgos, for those who are intuitively guided. Open your heart. No wonder we see the soulmates. No wonder we see the Ace of Cups. No wonder we see the marriage card. And no wonder we see the Empress whose heart is open. And then the full, open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all forms of love. Some loves can be difficult, not even good, but some loves can be a dream. Doesn't guarantee that, let's say I finally am with the one that I feel I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, doesn't guarantee there won't be issues. But what it's saying is now you're at the point where you can see them for what they really are. You know what I mean? Like you trust your energy. And I feel like there's no way divine would be asking you to open your heart and then bring you in like some difficult, like karmic type lesson. Mercy. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others. Don't forget what it says first. I am kind and thoughtful towards myself. That means you allow yourself to have these adventures, these experiences. That's why your soul came here. It didn't come here to like sit in the Nine of Swords, though that is part of the lesson. Came here to experience. And I feel like one more wants to come out. So let's see. We'll give it a couple shuffles. I just feel like something else wants to come out. So, Mother Mary. Okay. I could feel that. I could just feel it wasn't over. Wow, we got quite a few. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Open your heart. Mercy. Honesty. Truth. Truth. That's also what judgment stands for. Truth. I am lovingly honest with myself and others. So I am kind and thoughtful towards myself and others, and I am lovingly honest with myself and others. And maybe that's what you need. That's, it's like setting boundaries for yourself. Action. Ace of Wands. It's action time. Today, I take actions related to the priorities that I have previously put off. I feel like that's also what the Empress is doing. Like I'm bringing something to life. And then prayer. It's funny because I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and man, she has just been going through a streak of bad luck, just hardships, and it breaks my heart. But then yesterday she called me and she said, I had to find another job, and she went out and she ended up getting four people called her for jobs, and it's just like, and then all these good things started to happen, And I said, you know why, Jen? Because you put yourself out there first. And now the universe is showing you that when you put that power of intention out there, they're going to answer it. And boy, did they ever. Prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions. Prayer, action, truth, honesty, mercy, and open your heart. Virgo. This is my favorite reading by far for May. By far, this is my favorite reading. Um, it feels life changing, but it doesn't feel like it's anything I cannot handle. Matter of fact, it feels like everything I want to happen starts to happen. Let go of exactly how like these blessings show for you. Like pray, but then hand it over because I feel like divine always has a better answer than we do. So I love this, Virgo. Just loved it. I want to thank each and every one of you. Truly, my gratitude is for you. I would not be on YouTube without you. So, so much gratitude. Thank you for your donations. It's what keeps my channel alive. Otherwise, I couldn't stay on YouTube. That's the truth. And thank you for sharing this with, friends and family, with people who you feel like, it could help. Like, I thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing if you're new. And thank you to my subscribers who've been with me. Just thank you. Thank you all for being here. I love you. I will see you next time at our table, or I think tomorrow I'm going to go live. So I'll probably see a few of you tomorrow live, probably around 2-ish Eastern Standard Time. All right. I love you guys. What a reading. What a reading. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.